Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Secret Headquarters. And this is a new sci-fi action comedy, and this is coming your way on Paramount Plus. And this is from directors Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman, who together have done previous work like Project Power and Nerve. And this film focuses on, well, at least where it starts is a family camping, a mother, a father, and a son. Owen Wilson's the father. He goes off to see something happening in the distance and winds up finding this crazy power source, along with Jesse Williams' character, who winds up getting burned and disfigured. And we jump into the future, and now Owen Wilson's a deadbeat dad who never has time for his son because he's always working, and his son, played by Walker Scobell, doesn't really trust his dad, and this kid Charlie winds up tricking his dad into letting him stay at his place, and he has some friends over. His friends, you have Keith L. Williams, who is also in The Good Boys, and we have Momona Tamada, who plays the young girl that Charlie likes, and then Abby James Witherspoon, who plays Lizzie, who is into, well, Charlie's friend is into. So you have this little group of friends, and then all of a sudden they find a secret doorway into a secret hideout, because it turns out that Charlie's dad is the Guard, a superhero. And basically this film is them playing around with a whole bunch of the gadgets, catching the attention of an evil organization led by Michael Pena, and trying to save his dad's power source and his headquarters. This had potential, and certain things about it I did enjoy. Like, once they actually start using all the gadgets, they're a lot of fun. Some of them are pretty inventive. Joost and Schulman use some bold camera work, which if you've seen any of their other films, you would know those kinds of things do happen. I remember seeing Nerve for free at a screening at AMC, and it was pretty dynamic in terms of direction. This film's pretty dynamic in terms of its direction. And, you know, the gadgets are cool, some of the visual effects are fun, and in general, it's not a heavy watch, and it's a quicker watch. But here's the issue. One, you don't really connect with the kids that much, and I feel like Charlie, outside of, hey, I have a crush and I hate my dad, there's not a whole lot of characterization there. And even Scobell, who's really charismatic, who we got to see in The Adam Project recently with Ryan Reynolds on Netflix, he's kind of wasted. Keith L. Williams is a lot of fun, though. I do enjoy him and where he pops up. But, you know, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of depth or characterization to these kids, and you don't really connect with them. And the antagonists stink. Like, Michael Pena is flat, is, like, Dick Dastardly, basically. Is just like, oh, I want this suit, wahahaha. And even, like, his most interesting henchman, he gets completely wasted. And then you have Jesse Williams' character, who is maybe one of the only truly dynamic characters in this film, because, like, he's the only one that actually has any layers. And you also have Owen Wilson, who's charismatic as hell, because it's Owen Wilson, but, like, I don't feel like you get a whole lot to work with Owen Wilson. It's just Owen Wilson being Owen Wilson, and then feeling bad about not being there for his kid. And he loves fanny packs, though. Loves fanny packs. And that's actually a kind of funny gag. But I feel like this film is very limited, and, you know, it's going for this specific thing where, like, this isn't a big world kind of thing. It's them trying to protect this, basically his bat cave. So a lot of the action happens in this bat cave, except then it decides to break out of it, which I feel it feels counterproductive to what this film is trying to set up to be, and it adds a whole extra 15 minutes of this going to a school dance set piece that just feels tacked on, where, like, I feel like the resolution could have just stayed in where they were, because it's not like they're growing the scale. It's still this tiny town, and even to the point it feels limiting, where it's just like you don't really get to see Owen Wilson really be the Guard doing miraculous things. It's all just, hey, The guard does all these things, which makes it hard for us to imagine Owen Wilson as the guard because it's just like, it's Owen Wilson, but they told me he's a superhero, even though I don't get to see a whole lot of his superhero stuff. But the gadgets and the action are a lot of fun. The characters, pretty forgettable and not really that engaging. And it does lean into a lot of like silly kid humor and tropes and stuff like that without doing too many fresh things. It's just, a bunch of kids get to play around with superhero tech. And that's most of the movie. And, I think some kids will probably get some enjoyment out of this. I felt pretty let down and left wanting more out of this film. And, I'm sure some people are going to get a lot of fun out of this. But go check it out for yourself. But those are my thoughts on Secret Headquarters. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.